How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. What I got here, this is Nexus, Volume 2 of the Dark Horse Archives Library. Now, this is a library-bound one, ex-library book I got for extremely cheap off of probably Amazon. I paid $1, $2 for this. These are very expensive. These things are what? Like 35, 40 bucks. And they reprint usually 5 issues of 49, sorry. This archive collects issues 5 through 11 of Nexus Volume 2, originally published by Capital Comics and First Comics in the mid-'80s. Nexus was Steve Rude and Mike Baron. Probably the first thing Steve Rude really got known for. And like I said, it's an ex-library copy, so there is markings, but look at this. Steve Rude's just got some fucking amazing artwork, and these things are great. Here's the reason why I don't own, but only this one. I'm not paying 50 bucks for 6 issues when 90% of the stuff that's in this I can find in the cheap bins for $1 or so an issue, probably usually less if you can find quarter bins or 50-cent bins. So that's the only reason I haven't really bought that many of these. Holy hell, this actually, look, after it hit issue 6, it just started, boom, coming out monthly. And a foreword by Joe Casey. Just such a really fun little comic. Nexus, he's kind of like a serial killer of killers. It's weird to explain. He has these dreams and he sees shit. He can see the future. People are going to die. If he doesn't prevent it, it causes him unbearable pain. So he kind of flies around killing people like mass murderers and shit. And then he like governs this part of the world. It's really hard to explain, but it's really fucking good. Hold on. And I don't really know if this has an ending to it. I know after he left First, it went to Dark Horse. And I want to say Rude even like self-published a few issues. It's never been a huge seller outside of like the 80s when First was doing. I think Dark Horse did it okay. But it's a really cool little series. If I'm remembering right, are these the issues where they end up crossing over with the Badger, which is another Capital Comics, First Comics creation that's been all over. Now it's Mike Baron and fuck. So many people worked on Badger 10 Vigil. Damn it. Silver Sable solo series from Marvel. Jeff Butler. It's really cool, well done art in this. Yeah, I think this is the one where the Badger shows up. Yep, there he is. There's Badger. The design really reminds me of Space Ghost, and same thing with his ship, but it's definitely not Space Ghost. It's hard. It's sci-fi. It reminds me a little bit of if you ever read Grimjack, imagine a more space set, science-based Grimjack. That actually, yeah, and they're around the same time, Nexus and Grimjack, probably. Actually, Grimjack might have been before Nexus. I don't remember. I don't know when Nexus started at Capital. That's weird. Capital did Diamond. I don't think did Diamond ever publish their own comics? Capital did. Pacific did. Friendly Franks ever do it? Westfield. What would be nowadays? Discount Comic Book Service. I'm seeing a lot of complaints about. It used to be like the one everybody talked about how great they were. And so as the prices are still good, it's just which are shit in really good shape. Well, they don't happen too often. And this is in decent shape for an ex-library book. Oh, it's been a while since I read this. I forgot I had this. It's been up on the shelf for a while. It's stuck in with all these collections like this are all kind of shelved together. I got all my Dark Horse stuff together. I was like, Conan. Oh yeah, I got Nexus. Because they've done these for like the Green Llama and Solar and Magnus and I think Turok and done it for a lot of these. It's just I'm not paying $50 for 6 issues of a series that I can, like I said before, I can normally easily get for $1 a piece. I mean, maybe some of these very early Nexus, like the first 5. Yeah, I might not get those for $1. And some of them later ones, they didn't have big print runs yet, but like this middle of the road shit, yeah, it's on a lot better paper, and this fucking hardcover looks really sweet. And this library edition keeps the jacket on looking nice. I'm kind of surprised there's never been a cartoon made out of this. It would work really well. Now I'm wanting to sit down and reread this because it's been quite a while. I'm looking at this going, man, this fucking art is so good. Steve Rude. Yeah, he didn't do a whole hell of a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's not the fastest. He got this out monthly for quite a long time. I'm pretty sure, yeah, most of its first run, it was monthly. The Dark Horse run, if I remember right, I think a lot of that was miniseries, so you can kind of get around, you know, if he gets behind. You wait till, like, you know, if it's 4 issues, he's got 3 drawn. This little crocodile guy, if I remember right, he looks like the pet of the bar, Mundan's bar, and Grimjack. And then we get like Steve Rude and Mike Baron both talking about each other. And yeah, the kiss shit and Steve Rude's the moth, and I don't give a shit. This is just a fucking badass book. And for, I think with shipping and everything, I might have paid $4. This is extremely cheap. I'm so happy to have it. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Y'all ever read Nexus? Or any of this like 80s superhero stuff that wasn't, you know, Marvel, DC, you know, like First and Capital City, you know, the really odd shit, you know, Star Slayer. Yeah, I'm just curious. All right, talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.